Hey everyone, I figured for today's project I want to do something a little bit creative. So we're going to make a low growing container. Hey everyone, I'm Lisa the Whimsical Gardener. So on today's project what I want to do is I have this container, so you can see it, it's like a low container which I got as a gift a few seasons ago, and I had no idea what to do with it. So my thought process is, what if I fill it up with soil, and what if I put like some hens and chicks, maybe some sedums in here, and make it a low growing container. I think that would look good. And also because I have sedums in the yard, and so that's not going to cost me anything. Plus I went to Lowe's and I got some hens and chicks on sale that was $2 a piece. So I think we're pretty good for this project. I don't have to spend a lot of money. I think that will be good. So that's my thought for today. The first thing I want to do is I need to fill my container up. Make sure that you can see a little bit better. So it looks like a clam, doesn't it? It does. So let me fill that up with dirt. And then what I want to do is show you how I'm going to plant it all up. I'm trying not to go too crazy with this containers because my containers can be a little bit crowded. So I'm trying to go a little bit simple. So low, nothing too mounded with this. And then just see where it goes from here. And then maybe I'm thinking I get some rocks to put as a layer on top or something like that. We'll see. But I'm trying not to spend too much. Other than the hens and chicks that I did get on clearance, they were $2 a piece, which when I show you guys, you'll see they were worth $2. So would love if you can would love if you can like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get going and get this project started. Before we do, I want to show you guys a couple of things. Look at my area back here. My mahogany splendor hibiscus, I have to now stake it. It is super tall, but I also want to show you, come over here. You see my amaranth? Look at the tassels, guys. They're just amazing. So this project was working on the side of the step, and I looked over and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Look how beautiful it looks. So just wanted to give you a little bit of a preview of it. I think I may have to come stake it up a little bit, but we got distracted. Let's go back to the project at hand. All right, we're getting super distracted. I want to show you guys my watermelon. Do you see that? Alright guys, so I have the container that I'm going to use. I have a drill with a drill bit. I typically use to bore holes in containers, so I'm going to attempt to bore a hole in here. Please don't judge me, I'm not the best person when it comes to like handy tools, but I have used this before to bore holes in containers, so wish me luck with this. Actually easier than I thought. Oh, not bad. Okay, so I think I'm gonna bore some hole here. So I got one in the middle right there, so I'm gonna probably try to bore 2 more holes. There you go. I have my 3 holes, so I think I'm good. Alright, so got my container again, got my potting soil, so I'm going to go ahead and fill it up. Oh, I barely got soil to fill this up. Okay. I think we need to start first by putting in. I was thinking probably the hens and chicks first, and then I could do my sedum. So we'll see. Let's see how that goes. So I'm actually at my area that I have my sedum, and I'm thinking that I want to take some of this out and maybe drape that in the container. So let's do that first. Now you may have saw my recent video where I took some of this out and use it on a container that doesn't have a lot of water. So this is just spreading like crazy, so I figure why not use it. So let's place that first in the container. Sorry I'm not in the frame, I just wanted to give you a close-up. So here are my sedum, it is my sedum, I'm sorry, and then let me take out all of these extra pine straw things that are coming out here, and then I'll drape it in. Now the nice thing about sedum is that their roots are fairly shallow, so technically I don't need to plant them too deep in this container, so I'm just going to gently place it down and just nestle it in. And my thought is I'm going to drape it over the side of the container, so like this. So now I have immediate draping of it. So that's my first thought on that, and maybe I'll pull it back just a tad bit. Alright, so that's what I'm thinking first on there. So that's layer number one, and again, had the container already, had the soil, so didn't really buy anything for this so far. Let's go do our hens and chick now. Alright, I lied guys. We're not going to do the hens and chicks first because I realized while I was walking here that I have this plant here, and they send off these little shoots like this. So they send off little runners and then they root. So my thought is, what if I take some of this and incorporate it into the container, because it does grow low and they do spread really nice. So I'm gonna dig up a little bit, see how they have little babies here. See all those little babies? So I'm gonna dig some of that up in that, and then put that in the container. I brought the camera in a little bit closer, hopefully you can see it. So this is what I want to dig some of it up. Now I'm debating whether I should do this or this one over here. I think I'm gonna do that so I don't disturb the roots of these. Yeah, and also I don't know if you notice all these little babies that are coming up here. I love this plant. I dug a whole bunch up and gave it away in the springtime, and I'm just letting it just do its little runners because I just love the growth. And this gives a beautiful white flower, which is this is low growing, so this is the highest that it'll go on here, but it gives a beautiful white flower. If I find a picture of what it looks like when it was flowering, I'll pop it on the screen. Alright guys, I still haven't made it to where the hens and chicks are located. I keep taking stops as I go along, and I have this low growing container, and do you see I have some mouse here, hostas here. So my thought is, since this is low growing, what if I split this mouse ear hosta and put a little piece in here? I think that would look good, don't you think? Because I'm thinking what I want to do is this container, I want to use it in this grouping over here, and I think it will tie it all really well together. What do you guys think? Or the other option is this one here that's variegated. That might look better. The variegated one might look better than this one here that doesn't have, it's just all green. Because this has a little bit of a variegation in it. You can't see, but this one has a little bit of a variegation in it. So what if I tie them all together and do that? And then my other thought is I can elevate this container a little bit when I place it here, so there's variations on it. So we'll see. Again, I'm just improvising here. I figured today will be a nice creative day in the garden. I could also do some of this ajuga, but that will spread like crazy. So my thought is, what if I dig this up? Because this hosta, I can clearly dig it up and slice it right in the middle. So let's do that. So to do that, I'm just using my hori hori knife, and I'm just going to cut around the base of the hosta like this. I have to get better positioning to do that. Alright, so here is my hosta. And to not make a mess with my hosta all taken out, so if you look at it, notice how there's a clear separation like right here. So I can clearly split this in two. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it like right here. And I'm using my hori hori knife to do that. There you go. I have two hostas. So I think I'm going to use this one in here, and I'll put this one back in this container that I had here. The original container, that is. Do a little bit of a cleanup here. Around a little. Clean you up. Alright, there you go. Looks like I didn't take anything out from there. Alright, so that's that. Oh my god, guys. I think the gods are against me for being in the garden today, guys. It's raining, but I am going to persevere. So let me bring you a little bit closer so I can show you how I'm putting this in the container. So here's my sedum. I'll pop the name of this again on the screen. I don't remember what it is. And I'm thinking that I want to put the hosta in the middle because I could have hens and chicks probably somewhere around there. Or the other option would be hosta on this side and then hens and chicks that way. I think that might be better. Let's do that. Let me grab the hens and chicks as we're set up here, and I can show you guys how I finish this off, and we'll do the final reveal of everything too as well. I'll be right back. Alright, let's finish up this project before I get doused in the rain. So here's my container so far, and here are my beautiful hens and chicks. Let me go a little bit closer so you guys can see them. These I got $2 a piece at Lowe's. They were on clearance. And the nice thing about these is these are perennials in our area. So they come back every year. I'm under the tree right now and it's starting to rain, guys. I may have to pause this project. So I'm just nestling them in. Alright, so let me bring you in a little bit closer so I can show you where I am with the container. Sorry guys, it's really raining now. I'm covered by the tree, but I think I need to pack up and come back and do this. All right, so here we are so far. Got the sedum right there. I got the hosta. Look how beautiful the hens and chicks are looking. So next what I want to do is I'm going to get some rocks and fill in all the areas where you see the dirt. And I'm going to get the rocks from the yard. So when it stops raining, we'll go do that and finish up this project. So it's the next day. And I'm back out in the yard. It's probably around maybe 7:30 right now. It started raining like crazy, so I figure I'm gonna come back out and finish up this project. So I want to show you what it looks like, and my thought is I'm gonna take some of these rocks over here and cover it up and create like a nice topper on it, if that makes sense. So let me show you where I am. Isn't that pretty? So pretty, guys. So pretty. So let's now take our rocks, and I have a lot of excess rocks in this area here, so my thought is that I can just take it just like this and then start filling up the base, and I think it would look really nice. And the nice thing is when I was making this up or putting this together, the dirt had filled on top of the hens and chicks, and the rain fell and it kind of washed it all off. So it's looking really nice. So let me just go around and keep adding my rocks. Ooh, it's looking so nice, guys. So I'm going to have to press some of the dirt down to make sure that the rock stays in place. I'm gonna come around a little bit in front here and just see where I need to fill this in. Okay, now I think I'm done. Let's take a look at it. Here's the final product, guys. I'm going to put this on a better background so I can show you what it looks like, and we'll do the grand reveal. Well, you're already seeing it, but a better view of it. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video where I showed from a container that I already had and things that I already have around the yard, how I was able to create a low container. These hens and chicks will grow in really nicely over time. The hosta will grow in. I'm expecting to see them to kind of spill a little bit over this way, but this came out really good, and I think the topping of this was really nice, using the rocks that we already had, the pea gravel that we already had in the yard. I think that kind of topped it off really nice. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please like and comment. Until next time, happy gardening.